What's going on, guys? I'm SimpleSimon. I'm your comic book noob. Welcome to the NOOB Rebirth. We are back again at Big City Comics. Say hi, Mark.
G'day from Australia.
Australia.
How you going? Hashtag hello Mark. Hi Mark.
Hello. These guys reckon it. It's always hi, Mark, right? No hello, no g'day. It's hi, Mark.
Don't tell me what to do in my own place. All right.
Today, we're going to talk about sports. It's never been done before on this show, so I figured let's talk some sports and find out if nerds even like sports. Let's do this. The reason I want to talk about sports today, Mark, is because on the last episode of the NOOB Rebirth, you talked a little bit about sports and I edited it out. It was a little bit off what we were talking about. It was a little bit off topic.
You're already filming?
I'm already filming.
Oh, sorry.
I always try to make these episodes 15 minutes, and it's hard when this guy's on the show because I've got to edit out a lot of the stuff that Mark says. So last week...
See what I call star of the show, and I'll get ridiculed for my
stardom. So the last episode, you talked a little bit about sport, and I cut it out, but a lot of people actually made comment and said, "Go Chiefs."
That's right.
That's right. And even though I didn't even have that part in the episode, they still noticed your hat.
That's right.
And that's how much nerds like sport, apparently.
Right. And the Chiefs are in the Super Bowl.
Are they?
That's right. This Sunday for the United States, but Monday for us. You know, I've got the whole day off. I'm gonna watch it. 8 o'clock in the morning beers. It's the only time I have 8 o'clock in the morning. 8 o'clock in the morning, I have alcohol.
Really? So we used to do this thing back in the day. There's a thing here called the annual Melbourne Punks pub crawl. And back in the day, every grand final day, so AFL grand final, we'd all meet at a pub at 10 in the morning and go on a pub crawl through the city.
Nice.
Yeah, so anyway.
How come you don't do that anymore?
I'm getting old and fat.
That's no excuse.
Maybe next, I always have to work, that's why, to be honest. I guess we'll start with some American football. I've noticed it's quite big down here now, but I only feel like that's happened in the last maybe 10 years, maybe if that. Have you always been a fan of American football?
Not always, but
I've noticed it's huge now. Like people at work are like, oh, talking about the game, and I don't know what they're talking about.
I started off when I was working full time. I used to work with this gentleman, and he used to go every year. To watch it. To watch a game. Yeah, we used to go to a pub and watch it, right? At one of the sports bars here in Australia, like there's a chain of sports bars we used to go to. And he said to me, why don't you come? You know, Mondays is usually my day off. Anyway, and I go, yeah, I'll hang out. In coming years, I started watching games because they were access to us on commercial television, on free-to-air TV. So I watched a game here and there and started getting the rules. And now that I've got a sports streaming service and it has all the NFL on there, I watch a lot more. Because I think back in the day, all the American sports like that, you had to have cable to watch it, right? Oh, I have no idea, mate. Because so I'll tell you what. No, it's been on free to air. No, I don't think so. Yeah, man. Maybe the college football, maybe they had to be on cable, but like NBA and stuff like that is always on cable. And NFL, NHL, you never saw that on free to air television. They don't have all the games, but they might have game of the week. Yeah. Okay. So I used to watch NFL in high school because back then it was on SBS. They'd play game of the week. So I understood all the rules because I used to play the video games, but I never followed the sport. That's a true nerd. Yeah. That's how you follow. Well, that's right. So I was huge into NHL because I love the game. I was a big fan of the LA Kings, Wayne Gretzky, Luc Robitaille, Thomas Sandstrom. I'm not a big NHL. I'm not a big hockey fan.
I don't know why it's not bigger.
I'm not a big hockey fan, mate. I just don't.
I think it's cool to watch. What about basketball then? Because basketball down here had a massive boom in the early to mid 90s when Michael Jordan was retiring, unretiring. I remember the basketball here. Even the NBL down here. Glass House. Remember the Glass House? So even back when basketball got massive, back when Jordan was ruling. Melbourne Tigers. Yeah, the NBL, the National Basketball League, which is our NBA, got huge as well. Huge. The Melbourne Tigers versus the Southeast Melbourne Magic. Yeah. The grand final, mate. And we had some players that came over.
I just went to shit after it was mismanaged.
Well, now...
And they've been trying to get it back.
Well, now you've noticed, they're trying to make NBL cool again. And the teams don't even exist. Like, Melbourne is something else now. They're
Melbourne United.
Yeah, what the hell?
Which is a really crappy name in my opinion. Opinion-based! But maybe they couldn't use Tigers because of another team that's based in Melbourne that's called the Tigers, which is Australian rules football. They could have called it the Melbourne Baristas. Melbourne, we love coffee.
So what did you say before? Did you say AFL?
Yeah.
Is that
Australian rules football, man?
Is that football in Australia?
Australia. G'day.
So yeah, when I was younger, I was a huge footy fan. And you know, it might sound weird because I'm not into it at all anymore.
Why not? Not into football. Sort of an Australian, are you?
So I used to be very Australian and I used to love football. So I grew up being a massive
Australian?
Australia.
G'day, Australia.
My brothers were all big Hawthorn fans, and they still are. So my brothers love it, they're members and everything. So growing up, it was all Hawthorn. So I was into I was a big Hawthorn supporter.
Okay.
And back in the day, I would never miss a game.
They're a happy team at Hawthorn.
Like and here's the thing, right? So for me, a true AFL fan, and I don't know if this still happens, but back in the day, not every game would air on TV.
No, every game.
Not every game.
Every game.
Not every single game.
Because
sometimes, if the game wasn't...
Oh yeah, you're right.
If the game wasn't televised and I couldn't watch it, I would listen to it on the radio.
Every game was on the radio. It was only on TV like Friday nights. There was Friday nights, Saturday nights. It's one of the best games. No, you don't know if you're in another country watching this and you want to look it up. Look up AFL, Australian rules football. Google that shit.
No, it's a great sport. I'm not denying that. What I'm saying.
Look it up. It is one of the most skillful sports with a ball you'll ever see.
I'm not saying it's a great sport, but what I'm saying is, back when I was really into it, I was saying that listening to a sport on the radio is pretty hardcore.
It is.
Like you have to really love a sport to do it, and I used to be into it that much.
Yeah. It's like listening to the cricket. Cricket's really hard to listen to.
So you know how I got out of it?
How?
Or how I lost interest? I guess there was no particular reason, but obviously winning the premiership, as we call it here, which would be the equivalent to winning the Super Bowl.
Correct.
Right? We finally won the flag in 2008. And it was a big deal. And my favorite player, Shane Crawford, retired. Even though he thought about playing one more season, I was like, please just retire on top, right? Just retire on top. And then halfway through the following season, when we're reigning champions, reigning premiers, I just lost. I watched the first half of the season and I don't know what happened. Just lost interest.
So what else sports are you into, you reckon?
Well, the only thing I really watch now is combat sports. So I'm a big MMA fan. See, here's the weird thing, right? I understand
that's not a sport.
A lot of people aren't into it, right?
It's not a sport.
Well, it is.
It's not.
Martial arts is a sport.
That is not martial arts.
Well, how is it not martial arts?
To me, this is opinion-based. Opinion-based. When a man is down, you don't keep hitting him. That is just wrong.
Okay, so wrestling is
down.
Is wrestling a sport in the Olympics? They wrestle on the ground.
But jiu-jitsu is a sport.
Jiu-jitsu is a sport.
Hang on, but when they're down, that's a point. And they come up and they reset.
It's pussies.
MMA, the octagonal ring.
Octagon.
The octagon, right? When your man is down, they keep going, man. Look, the guy's down, mate.
It's a proper fight.
It's not a proper fight when a man is down, can't defend himself.
They can't. They're trained to defend themselves on the ground, Mark. Okay, so
sorry, that's shit.
Here's the weird, because you don't understand the ground. No,
I don't understand it.
Exactly. Okay, but this is what I
understand it at all.
This is my explanation to people who are like, I don't know how you can watch that, right? Because
boxing's a sport.
When people say I don't understand how you can watch that, I'm like, well, I grew up to movies like Bloodsport, No Retreat, No Surrender, all those fighting.
Flash. They're movies.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying, this is like that in real life, you know? So
they're movies.
These guys are trained. These guys are trained athletes who want to test themselves against other people that do the same thing.
To me, that's just not.
Did you play a lot of sport when you were younger?
Played a bit of the round ball, soccer. We call it here in Australia. I suppose you call it in the States.
Wog ball.
Who are you calling a wog, man?
Oh, sorry.
Right. Yeah. It's alright, you can call me wog, I am a wog. I played a bit of footy as well.
Would you say one was more your like, what was your thing? Like that you were better at maybe, or good at?
I was better at both. I was good at both.
I was better at both.
Yeah, I was good at both. Probably more the football.
Okay. So my jam when I was younger was I was massive into tennis. So I played tennis. I got a whole bunch of trophies back in the day. But then as soon as I turned 18, my final year of tennis was when I was 18. And by then I discovered partying and drinking. Yeah. I'd be showing up to the games like with a hangover.
I was good at Australian rules. I like better handling the ball and kicking the ball rather than just kicking the ball with the. So Australian rules footy was probably more my skill set. I was a bit more strategic, you know, and a bit more mouthy too. You
can imagine.
Whereas, the round ball, I just I was too rough. They said.
I used to love playing Aussie rules. Like, I never played for club, but when I got a chance to play for school sports and things like that, I used to love playing it.
Yeah, same.
It was so much fun.
Same.
Obviously basketball, I played basketball for a few seasons and but yeah, tennis was always probably, if I had a thing, tennis was definitely my thing. And also I guess table tennis kind of comes with the blood. Before we finish up, tell us about the Super Bowl. When is it? What's happening? Who's going to win?
When are you going to post this video? It'll probably be over.
When is it?
It's this Monday or Sunday.
This Sunday?
Yes.
How about I post this on Sunday?
Ooh, you're giving yourself a deadline.
Yeah.
Okay.
So by then, wait, Sunday here?
Sunday in America, yeah. It'll be Monday here.
Okay, so I'll post this Sunday night.
All right.
So let's give us your predictions on the Super Bowl.
The Chiefs all the way.
But who's they playing?
The Philadelphia.
The Philadelphia?
Yeah.
The Philadelphia what?
Eagles.
Okay, cool.
Should be a good game. I want a good game, not a blowout.
Is there a favorite? Like, are the Chiefs the favorite? Do they finish on top of?
Yeah, absolutely. The Chiefs finished on top of everything.
Oh, really?
on top of the AFC, yeah.
Okay. The funny thing is, like, I don't know many. Like, if I had to name like famous American football players, I mean,
Tom Brady.
Yeah, there's the Tom Brady. Who's the other guy? Who's
Mahomes?
No, not him.
Yes, he's the
Tom Brady. Is there multiple Bradys?
No.
Okay. Who's the other guy? Tom Brady is another guy who was like his, you know, the
Mahomes.
Nah, it doesn't sound familiar.
Anyway, look, all I want is a good game. I don't want to blow out. You know, I want to enjoy the game.
That's what I'm saying. I hate watching a grand final where it's a blowout. It's just when it's over after the first quarter.
So, and obviously there's the halftime show.
Oh yeah,
and with Rihanna coming back doing like so that's good. That's good to see.
Under my umbrella, Ella.
Yeah, who knows what she's going to sing? It's not only her; it'll be other people as well. But she's the main. Was last year the one where they had all the crazy like rappers that did like a big encore of like early 2000s hip hop? Correct. Yeah. That was pretty epic. 50 Cent was there. Eminem, Dr. Dre, Snoop. Yeah, that was pretty cool. Yeah. It was pretty cool actually. I mean, we got a halftime show, but it's nothing like that. Nothing, of course. Yeah. We'll have like John Farnham coming out of retirement for the 50th time. Nah, John Farnham will never sing again. Unfortunately. Wait, Robbie Williams was the last one, right? Yeah, that was good. We had Robbie Williams last time. It was pretty good. Robbie Williams is a wanker. I'll tell you a quick story before we head out. So this was told on a radio station down here, and they were saying Robbie Williams was in the building. He had like an earbud and he was cleaning his ears out. And this is like prime Robbie Williams when he was like massive, right? And apparently what he did was he cleans his ears out and he walked up to the secretary's desk, and there were the secretary and some other lady who worked there, and he goes, "There you go, ladies, fight over that." What a piece of shit. Do you know that pink jacket he was wearing when he did that concert? No. Like when he did the grand final, he was wearing a pink jacket when he came and did the halftime show. You know, he donated that to the Women's Breast Cancer Foundation. Okay. And they auctioned it off. Because we have this event here, we play cricket here in Australia, and it's one of the days of a cricket test, where it's called Pink Ladies Day, and it's everyone comes dressed in pink for cricket, and they have a big massive drive for ladies' breast cancer, and he donated the jacket for that event. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, absolutely. Makes up for that wax comment. Is this a fucking sport? Oh, when someone's getting you down like this, huh? Oh, we're filming. That's all we have for you today, guys. Make sure you let us know in the comments, is MMA a sport? No, it isn't. Opinion-based. And also let us know who you think
Oh wait, you guys might already know by the time this video comes out. But actually no.
Sunday you're gonna do it, you said.
Yeah, exactly, Sunday. So let us know who you think is gonna win the Super Bowl. And make sure you give the video a like on the way out and say bye, Mark.
Bye, Mark.
Until next time, I am SimpleSimon. Tell your friends and keep it simple.
Which is a really crappy name in my opinion. Opinion-based!
But Melbourne Tigers was such an epic, what do you call it? It was a dynasty. Is that the word?
Yeah, it was.
It was.
But maybe
Did you say AFL?
Yeah.
Is that
Australian rules football, man?
Is that football in Australia?
Yeah, that's it. Australia rules football. What are you talking about?
Australia.
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 G'day.